Do you love fantasy novels that deal with fae, shapeshifters, and humans interacting? Whole magical worlds full of light and dark, love and lust? Well, then, I have the series for you. Hey guys, it's Emma back again with another book review. This is Sarah J. Maas's series, A Court of Thorn and Roses, is the first book. And if you watched the very beginning, which obviously you did, this is some fae romance, humans interacting, lust, shape-shifting powers, magic, light, dark, everything. Creatures that we hear about in just stories, all in this book, packed right in here. This thin book. It's over 400 pages. Sarah J. Maas price, always $11.99. So there's no reason to not pick it up. Also, this is a spoiler-free review because I just really want you to read this book so bad. Okay, main character point of view, it's in first person. The main character is Feyre Archeron. She's a human. She's hunting in the woods. She kills a wolf. Turns out it's one of the fae, and someone named Tamlin comes to demand retribution for her killing one of his kind. So she gives herself up, goes with Tamlin, and she has to live her life there now as the debt to be paid for killing the life of one of his subordinates. She was really poor and taking care of her family by hunting, and so now that she's gone, she's worried about her family, who's gonna take care of them, but she's living in luxury with Tamlin in his fairy fae mansion. So the place that she's taking to is really beautiful. It's the Spring Court in the lands of the fae. There's a map in here. So here's the map. And it kind of changes with every book, just an FYI. But the world is beautiful, and she's finally showing her true self, because she never really got to since she was taking care of her two sisters and her crippled father. She finally grows and grows, and there's a lot of conflict and secrets within the fae that she's not allowed to be clued in on, but she wants to help. Tamlin and his helpers, they're all wearing masks. They're glued to their faces because of a curse, and she wants to help break the curse because they treated her with generosity even though she killed one of their kind. Tamlin funded her family's house and everything so they could not live in poverty anymore. And there's this dynamic of love and lust. This book definitely has a lot of lust. And one of the things that I applaud Sarah J. Maas for is not treating sex like a foreign subject. It's not something that you give away once to the love of your life. She's not like that. And you know right away within these books, love and sex don't need to be related. And also pleasure. It's a good mix between these things and makes them not so foreign. Because usually in young adult, it's oh, I found the love of my life. Now I can have sex with them. So her series is not like that, and I love it. But as Feyre asks more and more questions, she gets into more and more trouble. And the ending of this book, the last 100 pages, are what make or break it, because it is such a plot twist. She finally figures out things and takes things into her own hands, but that causes problems. That brings in a whole new world that we didn't yet explore. Sarah J. Maas is really good at leaving us in the dark until the very end, and then she loves to mess it all up and change everything. But I love the change. It was beautiful. And this series has so many books in it. Here's another one, fat book, but she artfully crafts the story to where we don't know everything until it is our time. So if you really like fairy romance, a bit of smut, a bit of love, pressure, magic, then I really highly suggest reading A Court of Thorn and Roses and this whole series. Right now there's 5 books. I've read the first 3, and let me just tell you real quick, the second book is the best book I've ever read. So if you didn't like this one that much, at least read the second one and maybe you'll understand why the series is so good, because she really does a great job tying in pain and passion and depression and grief and all this stuff. She just is really good at writing psychological, since it's in first person, like psychological problems and getting over the past. So please check out A Court of Thorn and Roses. The series is cheap, Sarah J. Maas, young adult, with some spice thrown in there. And yeah, tell me what you thought. If you've already read these books, please talk to me about them, because I'm in love. And I think I'm gonna get a tattoo about the Night Court. But you don't know about the Night Court yet if this is your first book. So go ahead and check it out. Leave some comments down below. Thanks for watching. See ya!